punishing every single mistake.
Blacklist
And if they do that,
versus
they can set the tone for the
Evos ya
Philippines
guys ya.
all the way since as early as the second or third minute. You can see in the start here, both teams wanting to go for just a normal start, not really going for anything too aggressive early on. They both just want to clear their camps, get to a point where they finally
Magic ya
deal
guys
out
ya.
some damage and burst, and obviously use those power spikes well. Here, Arashi with the pathing of both the junglers, it does feel like they want to play towards the side laners a little bit early as well. We've also seen many times that Del Rosario on the utility junglers really likes to go and clear that gold lane to help Beatrix out. Well, the early game, it's going to be so much pressure, so many things for the roamers to do, right? Because in the early game, it's always about how the roamers can facilitate early and cut off members of Indonesia from their own backup. I just really like how Soriano is taking this lane. That they will have a lot more areas on the map to make plays around, and they do have a lot of with the objective to try and force the Philippines' hand, but instead the Philippines has all the answers. A tanky front line, two tanky front lines in fact, and a lot of utility to ensure that their member stays alive, and afterwards they can just chase and take out members of Indonesia one by one, and even then they go for the pressure, and it seems like the Indonesians they have to try and make a huge play happen or a massive kickoff, but it's going to be very difficult because the positioning from the Philippines is way too good. The setup, the positioning, and the trigger instantly onto Psychots, picking him up, baiting Indonesia over to that bottom side to pick up a free turret and 2 free kills in the process. It does feel like so far in this game, the Philippines are a step, maybe even 2 steps ahead of Team Indonesia. As Dream's going to get knocked up, Mom looking for the follow-up. It's the zone Indonesia away from the tier 2 as they look to start sieging down on every single turret. The damage difference right now from both teams is just so difficult to deal with. We mentioned how there's only one real front line on the side of Indonesia, and look at what happens to them in a big fight. He gets taken out, the cult altar is so non-existent. The Philippines are able to just burst through it and go on with their day. Soriano right now with the Malefic Roar completed, that is a lot of penetration on top of the already insane amount of damage and burst that the Beatrix can bring to the table. That's what Philippines loves to do when they're ahead, right? They use the distraction that is Dapadap, who's practically currently unkillable on that Lapu. They use him as a distraction. All that was for the Lord. It's a 2-for-1 in the end. What's another thing that I want to mention is the fact that the kill, 2 kills that Indonesia picked up earlier, was onto 2 members with no bounty. There was no shutdown there. So even though Indonesia were able to find some kills with just normal gold, it wasn't that added gold. Are no stranger to these late game situations. Dreams opening up the map, just liner taken out. As that's gonna be down. Oh my god, so much damage onto the Lapu. Unfortunately, it won't be enough though. And now Indonesia of Dreams really well, with them now respawning. They've taken back the lead if they actually can secure the Lord, which they should be able to. Free Lord over to Indonesia. Not stopping just yet though. Conceal play from Indonesia. Back off. Back off for now as the Orange will be contested as well. So the Philippines are now on the back foot. And if we look at the composition, in a way, right, in the big team fights, there's a lot more DPS and utility available in the hands of the Indonesians. After that play, they go for the purple buff as well, and the Philippines have a huge problem on their hands. The Black Dragon form will last for way too long. The Guiding Wind was used to try and buy some make some distance, buy some more time, but it was not enough. The Philippines must come up with a different solution, a different answer. A momentum shift in the 13th minute of the game, and now it's Philippines who have their backs against the wall with the Enhanced Lord marching in that top lane. Evos legends here, Team Indonesia, are going to look to try to siege them down. Psychots once again with a Black Dragon form as Del Rosario tries his best to keep Psychots at bay. The damage comes through once again for the siege to take place, but that's going to be Dapadap who jumps in with the Bravest Spider. But it's going to be a good disengage from Indonesia, backing off, knowing that they have found some value. They've taken every single tier 2 except for the bottom lane. And look at how Psychots is playing around with his Petrify, man. He goes in for the Black Dragon. right moment and then adjust accordingly. Do they want to go and fight after the Black Dragon formation?
The Beatrix! Soriano taken down, Brass in the midst of it all.
And when you think down, or do they want to just stall?
Villaluna with that circling eagle over the branch, but it's going to be baited in with the cold ultra placed as well. Soriano targeted by the flanks, and that's going to be Taz who picks up the Beatrix. Soriano taken down, Brass in the midst of it all, still life stealing with his spider. Bro! It's massive! He is an absolute beast as he wins the battle for Indonesia. It's a 4-0 trade. Indonesia with a comeback here with the tides turned completely. Only Villaluna left to defend with the mini wave crashing in. Villaluna going to be brought back with a Shadow Stampede. Villaluna outside of the base, and Indonesia with the Divine Judgment onto Villaluna will go for the base to pick up the first game of the series.
Oh my god, what an upset! It